What a mission that was. There's a serious looking water crossing in front of us though. Oh, what a river. What a river. We're off to the west coast of Cape York today, over to the Gulf of Carpentaria. And before we leave a camp and we move on to a big trip like this, I think we've got about a 10-hour drive ahead of us, depending on how fast we go. I think it's about 750 kilometres from where we are. You have to go over all the vehicles, the trailers, make sure everything's good. So we're just going over everything, doing a good rundown. See you guys over on the west coast. Huge thanks to the Llama Llama Mob for having us here on country. Isn't this place amazing? We were warned about this system that near the crossing here there's a big saltwater crocodile. So we're warned just to be careful because this crossing can get quite deep. As you just saw, it's quite shallow for me to get through, no worries, but there's some soft sand up here where it looks like Dane's having a bit of trouble. I don't know which one the main track is. Dane's still crossing the river down there behind me. This looks soft, and then it looks like there's a big sink up there. It's all been washed out, so you just put it in low range and crawl up this. Traversing through some backcountry here, and I'm on this bumpy ass track because that washout there is the main road. It's about 6 foot deep, and this track that I'm on, I don't know if the stabilisation of this GoPro is so bloody good you probably won't see it, but it has just been hammered by cattle and it's so bumpy. I can see another track about 20 metres in there, so I've told Dane to take that track because this one's horrendous. It's what happens in the wet season up here. These roads just literally get washed away. We've got to rebuild them every year, and I don't think they've rebuilt it after the last wet season. Gonna pull up for a sec and show you guys. I'm pretty sure I've done some damage to the trailer now. Yeah, look at this. See how bad these roads are. It's just torn that roller to bits, which was a bit of a guide before for the gunnels. Now I'm gonna have to, I don't know, come up with something else to hold that boat where I want it, or it's just gonna keep moving. One of the tray mounts for off the chassis has sheared off. Look at this. So this is the old mount here, it's like an L bracket. It's completely sheared off. And when I get to the next town, I'm gonna have to get some kind of plate welded up in there to stiffen that back up. So my tray has 6 brackets, or 6 mounts. And at the moment, that's one of the main ones that's broken. So at the moment I'm running on 5. It should be okay. Yeah, I nearly spilt my cup of tea coming through that bit. Ah, here's the river crossing.
Oh dear.
crossing. This would be absolutely wild in the wet season. Obviously not passable. Now I'm thinking this is the river where we were warned about there's a big crocodile. I thought it was back at that other spot and we thought that's weird. He said it was a really long crossing and there's some really deep sections. And as you guys saw, that definitely wasn't long and deep. But this on the other hand looks long. Might fly the drone up and see where that looks like maybe the exit over there. Doesn't look super deep, but it looks bloody really rocky. Really rocky, lots of big holes. It's going to be a tricky one to navigate. Exciting though, bit of excitement for the day.
Well, we just got to the river crossing and it's very long and we have absolutely no idea where we're going. We've been told to stick to the left, but is that around these trees and in, or I think it is, or just straight through.
Here we go. Alright guys, we're in the water. It's super bumpy, but we had a look with the drone. It's not overly deep. It's just going to be like a matter of trying to get your wheels in the right spot and not get caught up on any rocks. Pretty cool river system to be crossing. It's such a big one. But without seeing another vehicle go first, it's always difficult. We did hear that there's a big crocodile in here. So we don't want to get stuck and have to get in the water and start winching, you know. So far so good. Is Dane in the water yet? Yeah, Dane started crossing behind me. Oh, I can see the other side. Bit of a hole here. Geez, it'd be wild tackling this in the wet season after the wet. With a lot of water pushing through, it'd be a complete different story. Oh, that's deep. Big hole there, mate. Just stick to the left. I just got stuck. If you're going to keep going, just momentum, get around me so we can winch out. Yeah, mate, there's another exit I can see to my left. If you want to go over there, then come around in front of me and we'll winch out of this.
Yep.
This bloody river sand, you just sink into it. It's really soft, so the more you spin the wheels, the more you just bury yourself in. Dane's bogged too. We've got 4 max tracks in, lockers on, low range. Yes, yes, yes. just gotta do that again. Alright, we're nearly through. Just had one run with the max tracks from over here, and I got myself up to this point. Now I'm spinning again, so more max tracks back in. Dane just did the same thing, got himself up onto the dry sand. You really lose the max tracks in this stuff because they just sink down and into that river sand below the water. It's really hard to see them. I'm going to get myself out of this mess, and then I'll get back on the camera. It is so soft. I just got up onto the max tracks, down the other side, and spun back in. So I'm just gonna have one more shot at this with the max tracks. It's absolutely soup, this river edge. One more shot with the max tracks, then I might get the winch extension rope out and pull up to a tree there in the distance. Give that a crack. I'm going to drop my tyres down to about 12 psi. At the moment they're sitting on about 28 from the corrugated road, so I'll drop them right down, but I'm bloody glad this happened here and not out there in the deeper holes where it could have been a crock. I almost went into that hole, I don't know if you see that in the footage, but I started dropping into a big hole there, and then I came up over the edge of this soft sandbar. That was bloody close.
Not the most comfortable of days. He's stuck out here on a bloody massive open expanse of freaking hot sand. It's the middle of winter, but it's still got to be bloody, I don't know, in the mid-30s. I don't know how Nathan's going over there on his one, but I'm pretty sure he'll be doing the same thing as I'm doing.
So in a situation like this, we do have options. You know, we got the max tracks, which we're trying first because it's normally the quickest method. Just pull them off the roof and chuck them underneath. This is proving to be pretty difficult. Or you've got the winch. Obviously, that tree up there, I could almost reach that, but I do have a winch extension rope, which would get me way further than that. So we'll give this one more crack, and then I'll pull the winch out if we have to. Whoa, this is so soft. I'm gonna have to winch, or we're gonna be here all bloody day. I'm gonna winch out, mate. We're gonna be here all day.
What'd you say, mate? You gonna winch? Where are you gonna go to? This tree? Alright, so Nate just had his go, let his tyres down to 18, and yeah, moved about 1.5 meters. So he's going to set his winch up now. There's a tree just here in front of me. I was thinking about doing that before, but I don't know, I'll give the max tracks a go first. If this doesn't work anymore, I might have to join him. Do you want to give me a go then? I'll use 2 of those max tracks, chuck them under the trailer. See if I can get like a bit of a run up, and then maybe I'll get up onto that hard stuff and we can winch to each other. Oh yeah, baby! The troopy does it! Woohoo! Yes, the troopy's out on the max tracks. The 79 is stuck. Hey, what about this? What about this? Look at him go! Yeah, got up the hill and everything. Oh yes, he's had a win. The troopy's had a win. Better go over here and help him out, eh? Looks like a big pig wallowing in the mud, this thing. There it is.
Needs my help, mate.
Hey?
As soon as I came over,
Mate,
did a bit of work on your side.
listen to it.
You're out.
Hey. Big 79. Wallowing in the mud. Wallowing in the sand, it was. Troopy. 20 years old, it is 21. Look at him go, hey, victorious.
Here we go. Max tracks number 3. Come on, baby. Let's do
You
it.
do it. Not even budging the boy.
What's going on?
Big fat piggy in the sand. Look at him wallowing. Hey, you doing big wallow over there? Jeez, these bloody things are good. We were talking about it before we come on the trip. We should probably have 3 pairs each. One for the trailer as well. And that's what got us out. Putting that trailer back up on the top of the sand. That's what we're trying to do here too. Just a little bit of a soft spot.
The sinkhole.
It's a sinkhole. Anyway, we got the heavy gear out, eh? Look at the troopy sitting up there on the top of the mountain.
I should have gone the easy way out.
You want me to go through? You want me to go through, unhook the boat, come back and go up to me? Come back just without the trailer, without the boat. What do you reckon? Because it's still,
Yeah, I mean, even if I get to there.
even if you get to there, we're still got to go again.
And then I've got to take off with the soft stuff, so.
Yeah.
What's going on here? What kind of a truck is that?
You ever think about it? I'm gonna go up here and have a look if I can drop it off.
Okay.
Hey, hey, hey! Look at this! Look at this! Huh? Glory! Absolute glory! Look. Yeah, troopy. Hey, good on you, darling. Good on ya.
My winch rope doesn't make it far enough to that tree. So I'm going to pull out a winch extension rope and see how far that'll get me. And then, I don't know, even if I can get to that tree, it still looks really soft there. I might try that first, and then if it's still really soft, I'll get Dane to come down without the boat and I'll winch off him. Right, just give me a go, detonate that tree. And then if it's just too soft for me to take off from there, I'll call you down.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
This water's a little bit scary.
Alrighto. Now, this is probably soft too. It's a bit of a worry. Anyway, we'll give this a go. And she's done it! And she's done it! She's through!
Sounds pretty soft over there where Dane is too. Well, there's more water over there. We've still got more crossing to go. Alright guys, the stuff I'm using, this is Sabre off-road gear. So this here is a soft shackle, 17,000 kilo shackle. The idea behind these is they're made of, that's like your synthetic rope, you know, and it's just a knot. unreal. So then it just takes that risk, that element of risk where metal could be flying back at your windscreen, and a lot of people have died doing recoveries like this and doing you know, snatching and stuff like that using proper big metal shackles. So this just reduces that risk. I've got a tree protector here from the same company. I'm going to join these two together with a soft shackle, and then I'll run the winch extension rope into the soft shackle down to the winch, and then hopefully I'm out of here.
If you don't own a Troopy, I recommend it. It's a good life. And if you do, yeah, legend.
That winch to you. Dane's just come back down with the Troopy, and I'm thinking I'm going to run a pulley block up off his Troopy to halve the load on the winch. Should have enough length if I let it hit my length out. I'll show you a pulley block quickly. It's one of these lightweight pulley blocks, again from Sabre. It's just one of these with a soft shackle going through it. I'll show you that in a sec.
Here we go, Troopy to the rescue. Oh, this is gonna cut Nath up. It's gonna cut him up.
Alright, I'll show you guys what we're doing here. Dane's running his winch out, so we've got enough length. Just got a soft shackle, one of these soft pulleys, and we've just halved the load. So basically my winch cable comes up, goes through the pulley and back to my ute.
Righto, mate.
No winching.
Oh, I don't really like this. I hate winching.
Play with the max tracks again.
Can you undo that winch back, mate? Pull me down the hill. Right over reverse back. So it's nice, tight, I think.
She's proper bogged. This one will go down in history books. So at this point, I can see there's something clearly wrong. I just can't work out exactly what it is. The winch and this vehicle should be able to get me through a situation like this, but there's something else that I can't work out that is putting so much strain on the vehicle. And here it is. This is the issue. I'm pulling a 2.5 ton anchor through this soft sand because the electric brakes are stuck on. Hold up, these max tracks on the trailer are just jamming, making a plough.
persistent winds again.
Bloody hell.
He's got himself into a pickle. So what are you going to do, mate? Have a go without the winch? Sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
One crack.
All right. I guess it'd be my job to keep these winch cables clear. Assistant to the rescue again. It's all right, sand's not even hot. I'll keep these cables clear if you have a go. Run them this way. Holy shit. That was fucking hectic. That would have looked ridiculous.
That's the best part. I think it's happened all week. Seeing you like, ah, shit.
What are you running?
18, I'll go down 12.
Yeah.
Wow. Got myself to here with a whole lot of right foot. Now I've still got this ridge to go, but we've run the winch, tied it up around the aerial there, and dug out around the trailer tyres, dropped everything down to 12 psi, and heaps of max tracks. So I'm going to give it a bit more right foot. Hopefully we can get out of here without any more winching, and then I've still got one more water hole to cross over here where Dane's already been through.
It was all fun and games before, now we're both pretty over it, so I really want this one to work. Let's do it.
No winch, just max tracks and right foot.
Yeah, come on, son! Come on!
Yes! Yes! Oh, what a mission that was. It was a serious looking water crossing in front of us though. Oh, what a river. What a river.
Thank God for that. It's been like, oh, at least an hour trying to get 20 meters. What a nightmare. Probably more, hour and a half. Anyway, we're through now. And the big pig has joined the troopy. It gets a little bit deep, eh?
Oh, it looks great.
Yeah.
Some fast moving water.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
Yeah, it's
this whole
nice.
thing is unreal.
Yeah, well.
What a creek crossing. It's so long.
What are the bloody spears doing here? Did you?
Oh, I had
It was at Mad Max.
on the shovel.
The zombie apocalypse tool.
Just in case.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's so good. Here we go, piggy, piggy. Jesus, have a look at the wash on it. Took half the bloody river with him. You watch the troopy go through like a knife, like Thorpe. And we're done.
Alright guys, I'll give you the rundown of what is happening right now. I hadn't really led onto it I don't even know what episode I'm going to put this in, but I haven't mentioned this yet because I'm sick of all this COVID talk. But it really has just become an issue for us up here in Cape York. were heading across to the west coast into a community. We'd planned this for 6 months or more to come in and meet a few of the traditional owners and then get access into some amazing land down the coast and in here where we are now. And just as we were pulling in to a community a little bit further north today, we got phone reception and heard that there's been cases of COVID in Cairns and that some of these communities are on high alert. So we pushed through into here and we've just got reception, and I've called my mate in town in this community and he's said that we probably shouldn't come in. Even though we haven't been in Cairns, we've been on the other side of Cape York, as you guys have all seen. We've been exploring over there in Llama Llama country. It's still like, it's the perception of, you know, some vehicles like ours, new people rolling into town. So we've spun around and we're going back out into the bush, and we're just going to find a spot on a river. I'm actually pretty excited. We're going to find a spot on a river somewhere and just catch our food, filter the water out of the river and live off the land for a few days, come back into reception and make a few calls, and hopefully this lockdown in Cairns has finished and the communities will go back to business as usual. And Soaking Wild reaches business as usual. We can get down to where we wanted to go and just keep filming these adventures. But that's all good. We're going to this is still going to be an adventure. We've got the titty, we've got the quad bike and a motorbike, and we've got this big freshwater river here to explore. So loaded with barramundi and loaded with big crocodiles. We're bound to come across some kind of adventure. Big fella, hey? Want to live? We come camping here. Yep. Put the tinny in.
On the other side there, that's deeper.
Yeah. Morning guys. We've just woken up on this river that we don't even know what it's called, but this river that we got bogged at yesterday on that big crossing. And we just jumped on the quad bike and we're just exploring the river. We want to put the tinny in and go for a bit of a run. Like I said last night, we're kind of stranded here at the moment. We can't go any further because of all that COVID rubbish. But we're hoping, ooh, freshwater mussels.
Oh, it is too.
Yes. This is something that Dane and I are eager to try. We keep finding like open shells like that. While over in Llama Llama reckons you need to look for tracks, kind of like these here. These lines, probably a bit more distinct than that. But that's the sort of the track that these freshwater mussels leave. So we're yet to eat them, and I'm sure you guys will see that pretty soon. But yeah, we're kind of stranded here for at least another day, which we're really excited about because it's such an amazing looking river system, and we're just pumped to fish it. I really think we're going to get the tinny in here in the next hour and just start drifting down. There's a big junction I saw in the drone, a big junction where the Alice runs into this river. Oh, cockatoos flying over, red-tailed cockies. Oh, this is a little paradise. It's so much like the Wenlock. And it really reminds me of the Kimberleys. The section up there I'll show you guys. Actually, I've got some footage here I'll show you now. With fast moving water through you know, rocky kind of country. It's very much like the Kimberleys. But yeah, the plan is I think we're going to be able to get access to pass around Kawanyama tomorrow without going into town and get to the coastline. Oh, Dane spotted something. Get to the coastline and then we can push way down the coast and keep going with our original plan. And we'll probably end up coming back to a spot like this and do a big tinny drift, you know, like 5 or 6 days just in the tinny drifting down the river. What have you found? Yeah, it's shallow, hey. The Mako's on. Hang on, let's not get distracted from our plan. Or do we get distracted and just start fishing?
Well,
that sounds fun too.
Isn't the plan to like suss out if we can get the tinny down and back? So if we just walk from here, see if it gets worse.
Okay.
And walk back.
Okay. Alright, so we need to assess the river. Make sure the tinny is going to work and we're going to be able to get it in and out. I reckon we will. Well, we might as well have a fish along the way. So this is what I was talking about. Tracks like this. See that in the sand there?
Oh man, this is beautiful.
They could be from these freshwater mussels.
Go away!
What have you found? Oh, big back eddy. Fast water. We'd get the tinny through that bit.
Oh mate.
Looks shallow there though.
Oh, I don't know. There's probably got to be something in there.
How good is this? Oh, I love it. Love it. That's what it's all about, guys.
Oh, I had a touch. I had a touch.
Nah, that's the nursery. Dane can have that spot. I don't know about this, guys. It looks very shallow for the tinny. Look at this here. Super shallow. It's going to be hard work pulling the tinny back upstream through this. We can't get the cruiser down this far. Ooh, here's a hole. Look at this. But you got to be on alert because there's big crocs in here. I know it looks picturesque and like really safe and fun, and you can just get carried away, but there's crocs in here. Nah, I'm going back to get the bike, ride along this edge here and try and find a deep hole. It's just too shallow, and even if we do get fish, they're just going to be small. I want to chase some big girls around. I'm going to get the bike. Going to get the bike. I could honestly spend months. I could spend a lifetime here just doing this, just living here and just living out of the river. Oh, it's so good. With the knowledge that the local indigenous have of the area, you know, the food in the area, the seasons, you'd be laughing. It all comes down to knowledge. So I think tonight we'll get the cruisers, or later today, and come and camp back here at this spot, right here on the water. I reckon it's way better. We'll have a big cook up. That might be the next episode, guys. Don't know yet. Yeah, that might be the next episode. So that's going to be a wrap for another episode. If you like what you're seeing, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell all your mates, but subscribing is the big one. We have so many views, so many people watching the channel, and driving up here is overwhelming how many people have come up, shaken hands with me, and you know, yelled out in the streets, got us on the UHF radio and had a chat with us. It's overwhelming how many people are seeing the channel. So make sure if you are watching, you're subscribing, give us a thumbs up, tell your mates, get your merch, wildreaches.com. And we'll see you tomorrow, where we're going to be down this river chasing big barramundi, and then heading to the coast and going way down into the Gulf of Carpentaria. Dane's up there playing with his bull bar. I don't know what he's doing. I'm doing all the hard work down here digging.
Let's see if it still works. Only cost me bloody $400 this thing, I think. Does not work. Hear that? Oh dear. Oi! It works! Yes! Oh, no, maybe. What's going on? Might work. Yeah, sweet. $400. What is it? It's X Bull 14,500 pound winch, $400. It did work. I just had it in preschool because I'm an idiot. How good's this? Two wins for the Truby today.